Janice is here, aka the Retail Genius. I'm going to be talking about a few things today. I'm trying to get my other group together, my Black Beauty Supply Power Circle group. If you guys are not a part of that group, you should be a part of it. But real quick, I want to share some wins with you guys. First of all, one win is I'm almost done with this cold, flu, whatever it is that my kids gave me on Mother's Day. It wasn't the greatest. I was sick on Mother's Day. Guys, Mother's Day, by the way, if you don't notice, Mother's Day is one of the greatest shopping days in beauty supply. Mother's Day. So if you have a store, hopefully you did something for Mother's Day. If you did not do something for Mother's Day, you definitely want to do something for Father's Day. Well, we have Memorial, so let's not skip Memorial. Memorial Day is coming up. Memorial Day is coming up. We will not be closed Memorial Day. It is a major shopping holiday in retail. Memorial Day is a major shopping holiday in retail. So I know y'all want to be at the barbecue, but we're not going to be at the barbecue. I know y'all want to be at the all white party. We ain't going to be at the all white party. At night, yes, but not during the day, y'all. We're going to be open Memorial Day. We are going to be open Memorial Day. And then we have Father's Day. So make sure you have your promotions in place, guys. Make sure you have your promotions in place for the holidays. Make sure you are prepared with inventory. We're going to talk about all that, okay? But let's get into these wins. We have some wins that I'm excited to share. So we have two sisters, actually. They're both Haitian, which is so interesting. I love my Haitian sisters. So I have two wonderful Haitian women that I love, 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 love. One is opening a store in Connecticut. She's about to do her soft launch this month. And another young lady is opening her store in Indiana. We just was able to help her finalize her lease. So my team and I able to help her secure funding for her store, finalize her lease. She just got her blueprints in for her space, which are amazing. So if you're on my email list, I sent out a little sneak peek of what that looks like. It's really beautiful. And we are now working on her store signage and her logo and all of the branding things. We are moving really, really fast. And she was able to secure 150,000 in funding for her store, which I am extremely happy about. I'm always really happy when our ladies in the program are able to get adequate funding for your store. Who knows about adequate funding for a business? Like, what makes me so happy about this is because I thought you had to open a store using your own money. And so when I opened my store, guys, back in 2010, Fabulous Freddy's, I had liquidated my entire 401k. I didn't know what I know now, but I had liquidated my entire 401k to open my store. Little did I know that's not how the other cultures do it. Okay. They use something called OPM, which is other people's money. And so they use funding and they go out and they make sure they get enough money for their beauty supply stores, because one of the biggest issues why people complain about our stores is, one, our prices is too high. And then the second thing is we don't have enough inventory. We're not comparable to our Asian counterparts. And so, guys, when you are opening your store, you want to definitely make sure you have the adequate amount of funding in place. And this is all dependent, of course, on where you are in the world and how big your store is, because you want to make sure you fill the space and the store looks stocked adequately and it doesn't look like a front spot, right? Y'all know what a front spot is, right? It doesn't look like a front spot. And so you want to make sure that you have enough funding for your store. And that all boils down to your budget, right? You need to know what the budget is. You need to have a strong budget in place to make sure that you have adequate funding for your beauty supply store. When you go to the lenders or, investors or whoever you're going after, you want to make sure that all of that is in place. So we are extremely excited for Judith, who is opening her store in Indiana. And it's not only a store, it's going to be a store and a salon too. And so 2-in-1 space, which I absolutely love, love, love that business model. I also did that too with my beauty supply store. We had a small salon suite, if you will, in the back of the store where we had 2 chairs. And so we had 2 stylists at one point, and we were able to at one point make really, really good money just off of the hairstylists and the bundle deals that we were able to create in the store. So when you have a one-stop shop, guys, when you have a one-stop shop beauty supply business, you are the talk of the town. You are the mecca. You are the center of you. Well, you should be. You should be the center of everything beauty in your specific zip code. That should be the goal for your beauty supply store, right? So you don't have to go to another hair salon or whatever to get your services done, or your eyelashes, makeup, whatever the void is, the immediate void in your community. You want to try to fill that void, and you want to be a curator of experience. So one thing that these Trump tariffs have taught us is that you want to position yourself to being more than just the retailer, as I've been saying, right? You want to make sure that you are curating this experience, this one-stop shop experience, this premium, luxury, high-end, welcoming, safe space for Black women experience for your beauty supply store, because this is historically what we have been missing in this industry, and why it's so important for Black women to open Black-owned beauty supply stores and reclaim this industry back into our pockets. Okay, so now let's talk about the Trump tariffs, the update on that, and why this matters. So Trump just placed a pause on the tariffs with China. So they came up with some type of bipartisan agreement to where they would have a pause on the tariffs. I think Trump said he was doing something like 90%, 125%, something like that, tariffs on China. And it was like huge uproar. If you guys are paying attention to the news, you know, the stocks went down. It was absolutely crazy in the past 2 weeks. And then when Trump announced that there was a agreement and there's going to be a pause, some type of 90-day pause, stocks went back up and people were able to take a breath. But let me just tell you something. Things didn't stop on our end. Like, things did not stop. Okay. Now, China is the number one source for a huge portion of our inventory in our store. We all know this fact. It's especially the hair, the wigs, and the products, right? It's all manufactured in China. So the talk of tariffs was something that you have to consider when you're thinking about building your store, because costs are going to rise, right? Prices are going to rise. There's going to be shipping delays. All of those things will happen. And so now that there is a pause on it, you guys, it is time to act. It is 1000% time to launch now, not later, right? Because timing is everything in this industry. Timing is everything in this industry. And you don't want to launch when everybody is already launched and all things are good. This is what people think in business. It's like, I want to launch when times are good, when everybody is happy and things are rosy and peachy. Because by that time, all the other people who weren't scared to launch have already launched, and they're making money, and they already built the tribe, and they already have a loyal following. And now you're trying to get in when things are good. Like, it just doesn't work like that. I launched my store during the 2008 mortgage crisis. Things were terrible at that time. But I launched my store, and it was successful because I was the only one that did it. And then when things turned around, I started seeing all the other stores start to pop up when things are rosy and everyone feels comfortable with launching a business. But I had already launched my business and I already had a loyal following. So now you're trying to follow after me after the fact and open your beauty supply store near me. It's just not going to work because now I have a loyal tribe. Now, if you don't have a loyal tribe, that's another conversation, because if someone opens near you and your people aren't tied to you, there's no customer loyalty, then yeah, perhaps they may go to the competition, and it is what it is. I say all that to say, in business, there's risk, right? And when there are slow seasons and it's a downturn and people are scared, the ones who are not scared always rise to the top. That was me in 2008. Mortgage crisis, unemployment was at an all-time high. My parents was like, I don't know if you should open a store right now. I'm like, well, this is my time. I'm opening a store right now. And I did. And you know what I saw when I opened my store during one of the worst recessions? I saw that people still came into the beauty supply store and bought their stuff, even if they weren't able to get it done professionally, get their hair done professionally, get their nails done professionally, get their makeup done professionally. They was still coming in, buying the things, buying the items, going to YouTube University and doing it themselves, buying the bundles, figuring out how to do weave and doing it themselves. Because why? We understand the buying behavior and the thought process of Black women and their hair. Our hair is our crown. We care about our looks. And so understanding the buying behavior of your demographic is very, very important. So when things are down and times are bad, the beauty sector usually goes up. This is beauty across the board. Okay? Beauty across the board, cosmetics across the board, it goes up, right? Because why? Why is that? When people feel bad, when women feel bad, we want to look good. We want to look good so that we can start to feel good. Okay? Okay. So, recession-proof industry, when times are bad, the few, like I said, that are faith-filled. First of all, we have God is Faithful, the t-shirt on today. Shouts out to my sis who made the shirt. The ones who are faith-filled, who know that they're called to a purpose, and God has given you this vision and he is going to see it through. This is exactly what happens, guys. Take it from me. Take it from me. Okay? So, what I want to share with you guys is, for those of you who are faith-filled and who want to move forward and you want to start your planning of opening your beauty supply store, I am launching my 5-day virtual challenge, my 5-day beauty supply startup challenge, where every single day for 5 days at 1 p.m., we are going to be training privately in Zoom, where I am going to share with you how to fund your store using OPM. So how I have taught my clients and assisted my clients in getting 6-figure funding. Last year, we were able to secure over $1.4 million in funding for our clients so they can open their stores with the right amount, right? I'm going to teach you guys that, how to start the right way without guesswork, without confusion, how to build a brand that's going to be set apart from the competition, how to create a product mix that's going to be profitable for your beauty supply store, not copy and paste, not copy and paste. We're seeing what everyone else is doing on the internet. All the other beauty supply stores carry this. I want to carry it. That is copy and paste. That strategy does not work, right? How to build a product mix that's going to be profitable for your own community, for your specific zip code. I'm going to teach you guys how to do that. I'm going to talk about operations, right? How to build operations so your store can be on autopilot, so that if you have a career that you love, if you're a doctor, if you're a nurse, if you're a lawyer, or if you're a real estate agent and you love your career and you don't want to switch careers, how to build a store that's going to be on autopilot so that you don't have to leave the career that you love. But if you want to leave your job, right? How to build systems and put people in place, and how to pay yourself so that you can eventually leave your 9-to-5 job, like I did and many other clients did, right? So the 5-day challenge is happening. So guys, if you are someone who wants to get started in the journey, you want to join this 5-day challenge, because every single day at 1 p.m., we are going to be on Zoom training privately. We have 2 options, by the way, 2 ticket options. We have general, we have VIP. VIP gets my playbook, gets the workbook and the homework, gets an hour extra session at the end of the training for us to get Q&A done, for you to get one-on-one coaching from me virtually online, and to get feedback on your work. Because every single day, guys, that we go through this challenge is going to be homework that I'm going to give you guys for you to actually do. And then we're going to continue on to the next training, right? So it's going to be every single training is going to build on each other during this 5 days that we're going to be spending together. And so the homework is very, very important for you guys to do. And so if you want to participate with the extra homework and the extra Q&A sessions, you want to choose the VIP option. Okay? If you have any questions, you can go ahead and email me, Janice at theretailgenius.com, or you can DM me.